Hey y'all! Welcome back. Let's fix Xanadu. Okay, we're supposed to type dome in air. Weird. Just following instructions. Here we go. That's so many scenes. Hey, Act 3, you have so many scenes. Like, just a ridiculous number of scenes. Elegant, lively synthesizer music. Xanadu. At end of road. Uh-huh. I see. I understand. Alright, you are standing at the end of a road before a small brick building. Around you is a forest. Go into the forest! Typing. Enter forest. That's not something you can enter. Just type a direction. North. In forest. You are in open forest with a deep valley to one side. Can we climb a tree? Climb tree. I don't think much is to be achieved by that. Sorry. Can we dig a hole? Dig a hole. You can't see any such thing. Pretty limited vocabulary. South. You're in a forest. Hey, it's a maze. South? You're in forest. Lula's here, soldering replacement components in a small handmade radio. Oh, we should talk to her. Ask Lula how she's doing. Hi Donald, I'm getting the strangest interference out here. I've been tuning the radio circuits gradually as we go, swapping capacitor values and tweaking resistor networks. It was working for a while, but everything I can pick up sounds so distant and muffled. Lula hands you the radio. Well, maybe you'll have better luck. You're good at this stuff. Just don't forget to give it back. West. West? West. You're in forest. Joseph is here, tapping with small stylus on a modified pocket braille slate. A small gray kitten, no more than a few weeks old, dozes comfortably on top of his backpack. Maybe he has something to say. Listen. Donald! I was just transcribing your footsteps. Sounded like... Joseph runs his finger along the index card he's been tapping on, from left to right. Long, weary song, drearily gone, dearly gone. You beat a melancholy shuffle through those woods, Donald. Ha! I've been noting down the sounds of the forest, with an ear for speech, and an inborn filter for poetry, I suppose. So maybe it's me being melancholy after all. I'm eager to see what poetic subsystems makes of these punched cards. West. At edge of hole. Okay. Of course. You are at the edge of a massive hole. The dirt gives way to rock as the ground sinks into darkness. The computer tied to your upper back slickens with sweat in the afternoon sun. The rope slung around your shoulder has slipped under the strap of your backpack, digging uncomfortably against your collarbone. Go down into the hole. That seems pretty obvious. Down. The cave walls are too slick to climb safely without assistance. You lose your footing and fall to your death. Well. F's in chat. Your score was 0 out of a possible 8,192. What? May continue or quit. Continue. I apparently got an achievement for that. Yell into the hole first to see if there are pirates. Yell. I only understood you as far as wanting to yell. Yell, any pirates down there? No response. Sorry, kid, you're batting 0 today. Oh, and it's 0. It's all wibbly like the 0. At least we know there's no pirates. Try using the rope to climb down safely. Tie rope to tree. The rope is tied snugly to a tree trunk. Down. Feet slip a few times on the slimy rock, but you remain stable. Lula and Joseph descend carefully after you. In bed quilt. Uh-huh. I understand now. I understand everything. You were in Bedquilt, a long east-west passage with holes everywhere. Joseph and Lula remove the computer equipment they are carrying on their backs and begin setting up. That's the last trip, so everything's down here now. Set up the gear. Set up gear. I only understood you as far as wanting to set the up above. Set the up above? Lula looks pensive. Ask her where the treasure is. Ask Lula where the treasure is. If I knew that, we wouldn't have to set up down here. I know you think this environment will help our project get in touch with a deep romantic reference for some kind of profound natural spookiness, but I was more comfortable in our lab. The university picked the worst time to cut our funding. Typical institutional stinginess and academic politics. I mean, I felt like we were really getting close to something. Getting really close to something. Something. Anyway, I don't know if it's sustainable down here. You know, to live and work here together? What's the gear they're carrying? Ask Lula about gear. Sure, Donald. We may as well take inventory. I've got a tape machine and the synthesizer parts we borrowed from School of Music. It's all tuned up to my voice so we won't have to type so much. Joseph has the slate and the punch cards he's transcribed from the poems we've read him. He's got the typewriter and the paper tape reader. You've got the CRT display. How's your back holding up? Joseph looks uncomfortable. Jealous. Hey, Donald, can you help me wire up these generators? I'll assemble the synthesizer, but I could use some help with the serial interface if you have time. You hear an unfamiliar echo from a tunnel to the east. Maybe if we help Lula, she'll have more to tell us. Help Lula. Thanks, Donald. I can never remember what color lead goes to which pin. Lula begins unpacking a box of wires and terminals. Do you think there are paintings down here? Cave paintings, I mean. Maybe some old pottery shards from when the world was young and early men and women huddled in these caves too. Do you know, I think cultural fossils are the saddest fossils. Sadder than animal remains, I mean. We might come across a petrified mollusk or a partial dinosaur footprint, and we say, there is a point of contact here, where a body touched the earth, and maybe there's a little bit of evidential garbage, but the life who owned the body never cared and has moved on anyway. That's the end of it. But suppose I shine my lantern on one of these walls, and I see a crude painting, thousands of years old, 2 men and a woman, charcoal and blood, on rock. Someone put that there, to keep something on the rock after she passed. A hope, a relationship, or a moment, a worry, maybe, a regret. She made a painting to keep something alive for her, but like that dead mollusk and that itinerant dinosaur, she had to move on. Whatever it was is gone, and now we're looking at this painting, this dangling copy with no original. You are interrupted by the ominous echo of grating, scraping sound from the east, louder than before. What the hell is that? Let's check it out. In tunnels. Yes, of course. You rush down the tunnel with Joseph and Lula behind. That got kind of intense back there. No wonder they're still thinking about it. The tunnel narrows, and soon you find yourself crawling on your hands and knees. Navigating the tunnel gradually becomes more awkward as smooth rock gives way to jagged, crystalline surfaces. Scratches and taps echo from the end of the tunnel, some short and piercing, some slower and groaning as if dampened by water. The tunnel opens into a large room. In Crystal Room. You are in a large irregular chamber. The walls, floor, and ceiling are covered with crystalline projections. Strangers are here, scraping black mold from the crystals. You look up when you enter. One of them seems about to speak. Finally! Let's listen to what he says. Stranger reaches for a box he's carrying and presses a plastic button. The box whirs to life, and a crackly voice blurts something unintelligible, then slows to a deep gurgle. He looks at his companions, momentarily in confused disappointment. Then he returns his awful gaze to you. Joseph flees through a tunnel to the north. Lula flees through a tunnel to the northeast. Follow Lula. Run north. Lula's headlamp... Wait, shouldn't it be northeast? Lula's headlamp scans across the northern passage as you run. Soft shadows loom perplexingly from floor to ceiling. You feel around to distinguish shadow from crystals, but eventually find yourself cornered. You have hit a dead end. Who are they? They're the lads from Hard Times Whiskey. Obviously. Let's find a way out of here. Escape. It's not a verb I recognize. Look for escape. You can't see any such thing. Listen, I think they've gone back to work. That seems strange somehow. Maybe they've forgotten about us. Alright, let's try and pass them quickly now. Don't make eye contact. Then we'll find our way back to the equipment. You are in Bedquilt, a long east-west passage with holes everywhere. Lula's here, panting for breath. Did they follow us? Where's Joseph? She seems pretty scared. Reassure Lula. I know, but never mind. I don't want to think about it. I guess we should wait for Joseph here? This is where he'll go, right? May as well wait. Wait. Time passes. Lula nervously runs her hand along a vein in the cave wall. Search for him. Search. I only understand you as far as wanting to search. You have to be more specific. Down one of the tunnels? Search tunnel. Select a tunnel at random. Your lantern illuminates several sets of footprints on the moldy cave floor, but they are impossible to identify. With the equipment? Search equipment. The various computer and audio equipment casts angular shadows into the tunnel as you scan slowly across the pile. Nothing. Joseph climbs down from the rope still tied above. That damn sound! Those damn voices! I don't even know what direction I was running. I wove through that network of tunnels, ran my hand along the wall, always turning left, but every turn and every rock felt the same. For all I knew, I was running in circles. Finally, I ended up here. And I hid. I panicked. I heard you talking, but I didn't think I could trust my senses. But listen, there's one thing I have to tell you. While I was out there lost in the tunnels and caves, I came across the Zero. And I had no idea. It's like a real place. They pick up garbage, they deliver mail, they go to work and to church, but it has an awful kind of emptiness. Wandering through, I heard horrible echoes. Weird images got burned into in my mind's eye. Television, a scarecrow, a crystal, a feather, a sandwich, a CRT monitor, a bottle, an anchor. Lula looks down at her feet. What's up with Lula? Ask Lula what is up. Nothing. Just... Joseph, you sound disturbed. Lula, you've heard the same damn stories I have. Doesn't matter now, damn it, I'm leaving. To hell with all of it. Well, we should stop him. Stop Joseph. Shout something at Joseph about the project you are working on together. You'll die in these damn coal caves. And what about those men? You know they'll come back. Tell him we can hide from the strangers. Suggest finding a hiding place. Shout something at Joseph about going deeper into the caves. Did you hear their voices? They'll find you, but not me. I'm going back to the surface. Stop, your stupid fight is ringing through the whole damn cave. Joseph is right. We can't stay here. I'm leaving too, but I'm not going back to the surface. I'm taking my station wagon and heading down the Zero. Whoa, don't let her leave us here. Get Lula's attention. Plead with Lula about your continued collaboration. I'll send you this tape when I'm done recording. I'll put it in the mail, and then you can see what your damned machine does with it. Lula and Joseph have left. Okay, in tunnels. Can I? Okay. So let's call it here, because it's time to do that. And next time, we'll see what the fuck else there is to see with this computer that we spent the whole episode doing. So thanks for watching, y'all. I love you very much, and I'll see you next time. Remember, Black Lives Matter, defund the police. Bye-bye!